small businesses are an integral part of what makes Halifax Needham so amazing. So Kat, can you tell us a little bit about your business and what we're doing here today?
Okay, so I own One Block Barbershop. It's a hair salon in the north end of Halifax. We've been in operation for 10 years. We've been part of the community for 10 years. I have 7 staff. That's 5 are stylists. I have 1 receptionist and 1 apprentice. We're a queer-run business. We try and be part of the community as best we can, and that's kind of where we're at.
Well, look, that's great, Kat. Would you mind just characterizing for us a bit what the last year and a half has been like in the running of One Block?
Okay. I mean, I think if it wasn't for my amazing staff and like their drive and hard work and energy, like it would have been a much more difficult year. But it has been a literal nightmare trying to navigate this pandemic and trying to keep things running. And trying to sustain a business when you literally cannot open your doors and when you receive little to no help from federal or provincial government. It's been very difficult, to say the least.
Well, and that's the thing that we wanted to ask you about, thinking about provincial level support. Would you say that from the point of view of your experience with One Block that the provincial government's support for small business has been adequate?
I would say it was a drop in the proverbial bucket.
Yeah.
I think when you're left with not much notice to close at the end of a month, at the end of a tax period where your quarterly payments are due.
Yeah.
You have 2 weeks of payroll that you have to fork out, rent, all of your first of the month expenses. I mean, to wait weeks for any sort of response, let alone any sort of aid from the government, is just unacceptable.
Well, following from that, I mean, for you, having had that experience, how does it land that the provincial government made a $70 million tax hike for large corporations and for big business?
I think that's actually really insulting, and I think it just kind of speaks to the mentality of the current government that like big business and corporations mean more than the little guy, when in reality I know that like 50% of Nova Scotians are employed by small business.
Yes.
And the fact that like small businesses create create community, create a neighborhood, and I think small business 9 times out of 10 care about their staff more than a large corporation, and I think that overall like their priorities are not straight.
I think it's a good way to put it, and so it's on the basis of experience of small businesses like the experience that Kat described here with One Block, that we make the commitment in the New Democratic Party that an NDP government will reverse the $70 million Liberal corporate tax break so that there will be adequate funds available to the government of Nova Scotia to support the small businesses of our province.